computer.
So start the video over. They'll save the other ones too.
Popular.
Something like that.
And then, what medical advances have been? Are there any medical advances throughout your lifetime that you have any thought about that you
Yeah.
appreciate?
Both my parents in their 60s died of cancer.
Okay.
We think it was probably the testing of the bomb.
They happened to be driving across the desert when the atomic bomb was
the atomic bomb. So radiation.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so they died real close together, and they said the doctor said they obviously were exposed to something, and I
Wow.
remember that my father was all excited. I wonder if we'll be able to see it, and John Wayne and a bunch of people were out there on a movie, and they all died from it.
Hmm.
And
How old were you?
I was I just turned 30 when my parents died.
Oh, that must have been hard.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But in a way, it was best they both went, because my mother would have been lonely.
Mm.
But anyway, there was no cure for. My mother had colon cancer, and she had surgery, and there was nothing else much they could do. And
She had been pronounced
anyway,
twice.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know. I was going to tell her that. Twice I've had cancer and been told it was terminal.
Hmm.
But that was 20 years ago. And so,
Have you done anything for it?
oh yes, oh yes.
What kind of symptoms did you have?
My colon perforated,
Okay.
and that is a symptom. I'll tell you, that
Yeah.
is a symptom. I mean, they just barely got me into surgery in time, and then I was too sick to have any chemotherapy or anything. But evidently they got it all at that time. And then I had a second very rare type of cancer. I don't really know much about it. And it was not related to the first. And I had 2 chemotherapies and a radiation for that.
Wow.
But you see, they had treatments.
Mhm.
And he's had colon cancer. And, well, you can have a test that tells you have it.
Mhm.
They weren't pushing the test when I got it, and so I told him, you better get that test.
Yeah.
And he said, I never had any symptoms. I said, I didn't have any symptoms, and
Mm.
see, this is what happens. It's so far advanced. But now they have tests that they can find out these things.
Mhm.
Now, my mother was told that if you live 5 years, we'll consider you won't have it, you won't come back.
Hmm.
She actually only lived a year, I think. But I've known people that have had lived about almost 5 years, and that comes back.
Mm.
Now, there's tests that they test you regularly, and they can tell if it's coming back.
Yeah.
And they say there's much better treatment. Well, they're no fun, but there are treatments now.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's good. Also, though, we've seen it goes the wrong direction. Some of the advances in medical. I mean, you could go to your doctor, your family doctor, and he would take a blood test, or maybe even had an X-ray. My son broke his arm, and he X-rayed it right in the office and set it and everything. And
Yeah.
now it's send you to the specialist. You know. And when I used to pay $3 a doctor visit, because the insurance pays for it now,
Yeah.
and like one chemotherapy treatment was thousands of dollars. But fortunately, it was paid for by our insurance. But
Good.
very expensive.
Oh yes.
The insurance. Also, if you don't have real good insurance, you wait.
Mhm.
like England.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
lived, we
that's
lived in
very
England for a year and a half.
Oh goodness.
And
You're not a priority with your health there, are you?
oh,
They treat the dogs first.
Oh
yeah,
goodness.
they will. Yeah, but you have to pay to have the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no-
the lady had a dog, her own personal, dog.
Oh, he carried. We took it to the vet because it got bit in a fight. Poor baby. We'll get it taken care of. That's okay. comes out leading the dog. She says they wanted to sew it up and charge me. No way. So anyway,
And what about you with the medical advances?
I've been very fortunate, really, as to the number of things that have struck me.
yeah,
I had colon
yeah.
cancer.
But his was stage 1 because he had a test and caught it. What was the main thing you had that would have killed you earlier?
Which one?
Which one? Which one? Heart bypass.
Oh, I had a quad bypass, and also what's the other?
Well, you had a lung abscess later that you had.
Yeah,
You had a pacemaker in. See,
and they're gonna have to go in and charge my battery
change
one of
it.
these
Change
days.
it. Yeah, within next year. Also, I have a journal that my great grandfather wrote, and he didn't write it for a while because he'd gone blind. And then he heard about it, a surgery, he had cataracts.
Oh my goodness.
This is 1900. I mean, this is, 1900. And he had cataract surgery in one eye, and now he could see again.
Oh my goodness.
Now, my grandpa had cataract surgery in about the 1920s, and they only did one eye because it was a very serious surgery, and he had to have his head in between sandbags for 10 days and not move it.
Oh wow.
And he had to wear glasses, and they would have tunnel vision, sort of. And they said he only did one eye. He was blind in the other eye. It was all white. I used to like to stare at it. It was interesting. And both of us have had cataract surgery, and a couple of our daughters have started having it. And as you see, I read without glasses.
Yes, I
and,
was very impressed.
Good eyesight. And it's not pleasant, but you check into the hospital early in the morning, you have the surgery, you come home sometime in the afternoon, and you sort of should wear glasses to protect it, for a while, dark glasses maybe. And if you watch TV, right, I say don't read the first day and don't drive. So that's a real advance.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So.
And I think, okay, I wanted to ask two more. One was, what do you look forward to most each day?
Eating? No. Just being together and
The fact that she's we're both alive is a miracle, really, because we're in our 90s.
I'm not quite in my 90s.
In July you'll be in
That's next year.
I know.
Let's not push it.
Don't push it.
Don't push it.
And I'm 91.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's a real miracle that we're still together.
Yeah, I would say so. Something to celebrate.
I like to play the piano and the organ. 2 days before I turned 89, I played a piano solo in church.
Wow.
And I'm scheduled to play one at Christmas, if it's on a Sunday.
That's amazing.
You gonna play that little piece for him?
No.
Oh,
Well, I don't know.
I think you should.
Put it together. The first one is a medley, which you wouldn't be interested in, of the history of our church. And it was on the day that they entered in Salt Lake. It's called Pioneer Day. So I just did that. But Christmas, I have the life of Jesus I put together.
That's so nice.
So there's this song, this song, this song, this song.
Yeah.
This song.
I bet a lot of people come to church around Christmas too. So that would be really interesting to.
Usually more come than
Yeah.
normal, but not always. There's less sometimes because they're away on vacation.
Oh, true.
You might have more visitors, but anyway.
And then what do you look? I guess that's a joint question. You enjoy being together
Yeah.
every day. What do you look forward to most every day, Stephen?
What do I look for? Well, some of the things I'm glad I can, a lot of things we can't control, but there's some that we can. So we don't have a TV in our home, but that gives us some good times.
Lots and lots
Instead of being
DVDs.
focused to the screen,
Mhm.
we're doing other things.
Right.
That's great.
He likes to read
Yeah.
and watch the sunset.
Oh, I know it's beautiful here.
Use your walker.
Yeah.
He gets dizzy.
I don't know whether you're familiar or not at
No,
all.
she wouldn't be. He likes to read the thing about it.
Mhm.
National news.
Oh, and you get to at least keep up to date on
Mhm.
this.
Here's, I'm a subscriber,
Okay.
and so there's different things.
Yeah.
Well, that comes through our church.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm selective as to what I'm gonna spend my time on,
Mhm.
and this is,
But we, almost every night, unless I'm playing games with my family, we watch a DVD.
That's good.
I have all of 9 years worth of Perry Mason, which I don't really know who that is,
Mhm.
you know, and I just am buying Bonanza, some of that.
Oh yeah.
I get a catalog called Bargain Books, and I get real cheap.
That's fun. It sounds like you guys do a lot. Keep yourself
You know,
busy.
go to the doctor more than anything lately, and I'm starting physical therapy, and he's got some problems that they're gonna work on, so we'll be using the doctor lots more.
Mhm.
And this week, officially, we took his driving away from him.
Oh, that's a hard thing to do.
well,
He passed his written
I
test,
passed the
It's a-
written test easily.
and he is a good driver,
Mhm.
but he's losing the ability to know where he is.
Mhm.
Because he concentrates so hard on being
Yeah.
a good driver. And so, kids took his keys away from him.
Oh.
But then
Well, the doctor
we
explains.
went to a doctor
Mhm.
to test, he's gonna be tested because he's losing his memory. And,
Mhm.
the doctor explained why he shouldn't drive.
It's hard
He
though.
says, you are a target. I'm in the 90s now, and people don't mind getting in an accident with you because they can say, well, this old man did this.
Mm.
And they don't know anything about an accident that took place or anything, but they just predestined, that's the way it is.
Well, you know how it
Yeah,
is.
it
If
is.
Yeah.
a teenager has an accident, it's always his fault.
Mhm. It's very true.
So he says, many people I've treated,
They can take everything.
Yeah.
They can sue you for absolutely everything you have.
everything you have.
Yeah.
And so we don't want that. So he says, well, then don't get behind the wheel of the car.
Mm.
And
That's the only thing you can do.
so he
not
said to
do
me,
it.
well, what's the reasoning for this? And I said, because he wasn't sure what the doctor had told, he couldn't remember exactly what the doctor had said. And I said, he said to you the same thing you told our kids when they were young and wanted to drive, because maybe, you know, their friend got a license before they did
Yeah.
and was driving freely and they weren't allowed to yet. And so the friend would say, well, you don't drive? Well, hey, I'll let you drive. And I said, I remember my youngest son came in and he said, he'd gone someplace and his friend said, well, why don't you drive? Oh, okay. And he didn't, see, my son didn't have a license.
Yeah.
And as they were going to pick up some donuts at this donut. When they got there, there's his brother-in-law. I mean, not his brother. Yeah, his brother-in-law, David. my oldest daughter and her husband were living with us at the time. And so my son-in-law had gone down to get donuts, and Gordon said, I'm afraid he saw me, and I thought I'd better tell you I was driving my friend's car, and I said, don't do that, because if you do and have an accident, they'll say it's your fault, because I had a couple of my kids that were involved in accidents, and they were not their fault at all, and they just, because they were a teenager.
Yeah.
And so I said, we could lose our business or our home. I said, you know, they'll sue you for everything you've got.
So now the kids have been pressed into service to be dad's
Driver.
driver.
I gave up driving when we moved here. I had arthritis in my shoulders.
Yeah.
I got new shoulders, but
Oh.
I don't want to drive.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's very
Especially after he gave my car to my grandson.
smart.
Yeah, Nick got my car, you know. Nathan got that old Dodge of ours.
The Diplomat. Dodge
Yeah.
Diplomat. Yeah.
I'm glad to unload that one.
My last question is, based on your age and experience, what advice do you have for kids today?
Be good. Do what's right. You don't need to rebel. You know?
Be selective. And don't let others select for you, but be very selective.
Don't always go
Of
along
the
with
right
group.
things.
Yeah. I mean, you know, sometimes people think that when there's a law and it restricts you, you don't like that law. And in reality, if you break that law, you could be much more restricted. You know, I say, don't tell me what to do. You know, I want my freedom. And you lose your freedom when you know, if it's a little thing like driving, obey those rules, you know. Sometimes you think some of the laws are silly.
You've seen the getting ready to vote, and the thing's that thick. And they've spent days, hours, months writing the dumb thing up.
And probably a lot of lies in it. But, no. Just pays to do the right thing.
That's good.
Huh, Tyler?
Definitely.
Yes.
Did you have any questions that you wanted to ask?
I think we covered a lot of ground here. So
I think that's it for the interview.
I spent 2.5 years in the service in the Army. Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite an event. Our mission was
Quite an event, too. You think of England or Great Britain as the people very cultured, very refined, bunch of savages. I mean, I was really shocked. Yeah. Not all of them. Some of them were very nice.
To make it so you understand us a little more, let us give you a quick walk through where we live right now.
That sounds good.
And it'll help you see what is important to us.
Yes. I like that idea.
yeah.
Should we do that?
Yes. I can write notes on that.
Okay.
You know,
Perfect.
see, I like my goodies from